Dear students, today I am going to solve a simple problem to find the angular acceleration of a simple A4 bar mechanism. So in the previous sessions I have done the same problem to find the angular velocities. So in this session I am going to solve the problem to find the angular acceleration. The problem is written here. A 4-bar mechanism ABCD is made up of 4 links pin jointed at the ends. The link AD is fixed link which is 180 millimeters long. The link AB, BC and CD are 90 millimeters, 120 millimeters and 120 millimeters respectively. At certain instant of time, the link AB makes an angle of 60 degrees with the link AD. That means the crank is making an angle of 60 degrees with the fixed link AD. So if the crank is rotating, if the crank AB is rotating with a uniform speed of 100 rpm in the clockwise direction, determine the angular acceleration of the links CD and CB. This is the given problem. So you can refer the previous video also. The same problem is written here. So I don't want to much explain in this problem. So directly I will go to the solution. So to find the angular acceleration, so let us know some basics of what is meant by acceleration and related things. Okay. So now for example, if you take any link, for example, it is A and B is one link. If you take any link, so A and B, right? So if you are calling it as the crank is rotating. So if theta is the angular velocity, that is angular displacement, I will write as theta AB. That is the angular displacement of the link AB, right? So we know that theta d theta AB by dt is the rate of change of displacement, which is known as the angular velocity. We call it as omega. Similarly, so d omega by dt, which is nothing but rate of change of angular velocity, is known as angular acceleration. So if you are calling it as AB, if theta AB is the angular displacement of the link AB, so omega AB is the angular velocity of the link AB and alpha AB is the angular acceleration of the link AB. These are the basic things we already know. So whenever if you take a mechanism, whenever we talk about the acceleration, so acceleration is having the two components. Generally the acceleration is having the two components, right? The first component is known as the normal component. The first one is the normal component and second one is the tangential component. First one is the normal, second one is the tangential component. So when we just talk about the link AB, so normal component is written as, that is A normal AB. A normal AB is how we are going to write. Similarly, for the tangential component, I am going to write AT AB. That is AN AB is nothing but the normal component of the acceleration. AT is the tangential component of the acceleration for the link AB. This is the first point you should remember. The second point is that, so the tangential component always acts in a direction perpendicular to the motion of the body or perpendicular to the link, right? The tangential component is always acts perpendicular to the motion of the rotating body or reciprocating body, whatever it may be. So this is what we call it as A tangent AB. That is the tangential component. And normal component is always acts in a direction parallel to the link AB, right? So this is AN AB, right? So this is how the acceleration is acting. Once again I am repeating here. The acceleration is divided into two components. One is the normal component, second is the tangential component. And normal component is represented as AN AB. Tangential component is represented as AT AB, right? So tangential component always acts in a direction perpendicular to the motion of the body. That is as shown in the direction here, A tangential AB. And normal component acts in a direction parallel to the link AB, that is AN AB. These are the directions you should remember. So another important formula that you should remember is that whenever we talk about the normal, A normal AB, that is the normal component of acceleration is equal to, so V omega square AB into the length of the link AB. This is the formula you should remember, right? the normal component of the link AB is equal to omega square AB. Omega is nothing but the angular velocity of the link AB square into the length of the link AB. Right? Similarly, the tangential component of the link AB is equal to, that is the tangential component is equal to, that is alpha AB into the length of the link AB. Alpha AB into length, where alpha AB is nothing but what? It is the angular acceleration of the link AB into AB. So this is how the formula is written, and this formula helps us to find out the normal as well as the tangential component. So once again, the normal component of acceleration is AB for the link AB is equal to omega square AB into AB, where omega AB is nothing but the angular velocity of the link AB, and tangential component is equal to alpha AB into AB, where alpha AB is equal to, which is nothing but the angular acceleration of the link AB. So after knowing this formula, after knowing this designations, after knowing their directions, so let us go and try to solve the problem. Okay. So first of all, whenever you want to solve this problem, so again the first and foremost thing is the displacement diagram. So displacement diagram is similar to the previous one, that what we discussed in the previous the problem. That is, again I am going to consider the scale as 2:1 reduced scale, because the length is 180 millimeters, 90 millimeters, 120 millimeters and 60 millimeters. Therefore the length is more. So I am going to consider the scale as 2:1 for drawing what that. This is the displacement diagram. Displacement diagram. So again, how to draw the displacement diagram I already told, so I don't want to take much time. So this is the fixed link AB here, fixed link AD, right? So from here A, so I am going to draw the crank here, which is an angle of 60 degrees. So we already know this. So from this, again 120 means it is 60 mm for a reduced scale. So 60 mm I am going to get here. So here if you join again, this will be again, so this point is B here, this point is C, and this is acting as a crank. Crank is rotating 100 rpm in the clockwise direction. This is the displacement diagram we already know. And once we know this the displacement diagram, so let us try to find out, that is the angular acceleration of the link, that is alpha BC and that is alpha CD. That is, we are going to find, that is alpha BC is how much, and we are going to find alpha CD, that is the angular accelerations of BC and CD. Okay, after knowing this, what I am going to draw is, again, so I should know the tangential and normal components. And one more important thing that you should remember is that, so whenever we talk about the acceleration, when a body is fixed, there is no acceleration. So we already know this, therefore acceleration is 0. When the body is rotating in a uniform velocity, when the body is rotating with the uniform velocity, its tangential component is 0. You have to remember this. What is that? So when a body is rotating with uniform velocity, because there is no change in velocity, because from the basic definition of the acceleration, rate of change of velocity is the acceleration. So when a body is rotating with uniform speed, its tangential component is 0, but normal component will be there. This normal component will be acting always in a direction perpendicular to the that is parallel to the direction of the body. Therefore, if you consider the link AB here, right? So for the link AB, so I will just write down here, for the link AB, for the link AB, so A normal, that is A acceleration normal component of the link AB is equal to, what is the formula? As I told you, omega square AB into the length of the link AB, length of the link AB. So here omega square is, I think in the velocity analysis, the velocity polygon, we have already find out this value. So which was just, you can refer the previous video, that is 10.47, right, into, so the length of the link is 90 millimeters. It is, if you convert into meters, it is 0.09. So the value of normal component is equal to, so we are going to get 9.87 meter per second square. This is the acceleration. Okay, and when you just talk about that is the tangential component of the link AB, tangential component of the link AB, it is given in the problem that, so when the link AB is acting as a crank, it is rotating with uniform speed. As I told you, the tangential component of the link AB is, it is 0. It is 0. Okay. So how to start the solution? The first and foremost thing is that I'll try to draw the acceleration polygon. That is the acceleration diagram I am going to draw here, right? So how to draw this? Again, the scale. To draw the acceleration polygon, I am going to consider a scale as 1 meter is equal to 1 meter is equal to, so 2 meter per second square. It is 2 meter per second square I am going to consider. Right. What I am doing is, by considering this scale, I am going to represent this normal as well as tangential component of the link AB. Right. As I told you, normal component always acts in a direction parallel to the link, and tangential component is always acting in a direction perpendicular to the link AB. Okay. So since the tangential component is 0 here, only the normal component is we are going to represent here. So when you consider the scale 1 meter is equal to 2 meter per second square, so 9.87 divided by 2 meter square, it you can just calculate the value and you can represent its, you can just find out the value and you can start, right? So here A1 and D1, because AD is represented as for the velocity and A1 and D1 for the acceleration polygon. So 9.87 divided by 2, whatever the value you get, you have, it is the normal component. Normal component is should be parallel to the link AB. So draw a line which is parallel to the link AB. This line is parallel to the link AB. So this point is B1. Right. So after knowing this, next I am going to take up that is the normal component of the link BC, right? So normal component of the link BC, which is equal to omega square BC into length of the link BC. So omega BC is, we have already calculated in the previous, it is 5.25. It is the angular velocity, 5.25 square into 120 millimeters. If you just convert into meters, it is 0.12. This value is 3.3 meter per second square. This is the normal component, right? So this normal component, this to the link BC acts in which direction? It is normal is, it is parallel to the link BC. It is parallel to the link BC. Therefore, so this value from B, you know, by 1 point, that is 3.3 divided by 2, by taking the suitable scale, it comes around 1.7. So this 1.7 value, we have to draw a line parallel to whom? That is parallel to the link BC. So here, so I will draw from B, I draw a line parallel to B. This is what the value of Y1. I will write it as Y1 because it is not C1. It is the normal component, right? And we don't know it's a tangential component. And of course, if you want to find the tangential component, we know that the tangential components always acts in a direction perpendicular to this. Therefore, from here, you draw a perpendicular line. So on this, the point C lies. On this, the point C lies. Similarly, so A tangential BC is not known. A tangential BC is not known. Okay. Next, I will take the link CD here. CD. So again, A normal CD, right? A normal CD is equal to, we know that omega square CD into length of the link CD. So in the velocity analysis, we have found this value as 5.25 angular velocity square into length of the link is 0.12. The same value we are going to get as how much? It is 3.3 meters per second square. This is the normal component of acceleration of the link CD, right? So 3.3, that is I am going to take the link CD here. So normal component is it acts in a direction parallel to the link CD. Therefore, whenever we want to draw this, right? So from here you draw a line parallel to the link CD of magnitude 3.3, right? Again, when I just talk about the tangential component of the link BC, we don't know, but this tangential component acts in a direction perpendicular to this link, perpendicular to this link. Therefore, this point I will call it as x1 here. right? So it very small value, so x1. From here you draw a perpendicular to the link like this. So the point of intersection of this is our point, what we call it as the C1. This is the point C1, right? So again I have drawn this, that is B1 Y1, which is the normal component of the link BC. I have drawn the CD, that is, which is A into x1, which is of 3.3 divided by 2, whatever the value you get, you just represent here, it comes around 1.7. And after drawing this, that is D1 x1, B1 y1. So I have drawn the perpendiculars, so that because the tangential components always acts in a direction perpendicular to the links. So when you join this, I am going to get the value of C1 here, right? So after knowing this, so what we have, how now the problem is almost complete. Now tangential component of the link BC, tangential component of the link BC is equal to, so from the scale, that is C1 y1 into scale, C1 y1 into scale, right? So C1 y1, if you measure the value from the table or from the figure, it is 2.45 is the value, into the scale is 2, so it comes around how much, 4.9 meters per second square, 4.9 meters per second square. So tangential component of the link BC is, it is 4.9 meters per second square. Similarly, tangential component of the link BC is equal to, that is C1 into scale, C1 x1 into scale, which is equal to, so C1 is, if you measure C1 x1, it is coming as 5.15 into scale is, it is 2, it is 10.3 meters per second square. This is the tangential component. So normal component you have measured, tangential component you have measured. Okay. Now after drawing this, so naturally this is the acceleration of the link C here, acceleration of the link C. So after finding normal and tangential components, so actually the problem is we are supposed to find the angular accelerations, angular acceleration. So angular acceleration from the link of the link BC is equal to, the formula is, I already told you, A tangential BC divided by the length of the link BC, because A tangential BC is equal to alpha into BC. I already told in the previous, at the starting of this problem. So this value is 4.9 divided by length of the link is 120 millimeters. If you convert in meters, it is 0.12, it is 40 point, value is 883 radians per second square. It is the angular acceleration of the link BC. Similarly, the angular acceleration of the link C, the angular acceleration of the link C or CD, because D is fixed here, so which is equal to A tangential of the link CD, right, divided by the length of the link CD, right. So A tangential component is, we obtained as 10.3. A tangential component of the links, it is I think it is it's not BC, it is CD here. So it is 10.3 divided by the length of the link is 0.12, which is equal to 85.83 radians per second square, radian per second square, right. So in this way the acceleration analysis is done. Once again, I think all the formulae are clear. So only thing is you have to consider the suitable scale for the displacement diagram. Suitable scale should be considered. So when you want to draw this acceleration diagram, so compulsorily, and actually you have to join this, because this is what the figure, that is A, B and C. This is A1, B1, C1 is the velocity polygon. This is the normal and as well as the tangential components, normal and tangential components of the links. Okay, so I think we have understood this. So you listen this a couple of times, the idea will be clear. Thank you.